your mama's racing stream.
This is VRN, your trusted leader in e-motorsports.
All right, welcome back, Vigilante Nation, as we gear up for the Season 13 Championship race of the VRL Premiere Series. This is VRN coming to you live from virtual Homestead-Miami Speedway, the progressive banked battlefield where champions are made and pretenders get exposed. Tonight, under the lights of South Florida, it all comes down to one final run. My name is Alan Vaught, and I will be bringing you all of the racing action here tonight as three drivers enter with a shot at the crown, and only one will leave with the title. As always, a huge thank you to my beautiful and talented wife, Lori, for managing tonight's race and keeping this entire operation running smoothly. We couldn't do this without her. With that, folks, let's dive into the session details and set the stage for tonight's championship showdown. All right, folks, 133 laps here tonight for this championship race. That's 200 virtual miles before we close out Season 13. They have 70% of their fuel on board, 3 sets of tires over the wall, so that'll be 4 total, 1 that they start with plus 3 additional. The fuel window is about 36 laps. There are no fast repairs in this series, and the incident limit is set to 25 and 6. As always, iRacing controls the cautions, the lucky dogs, and the wave around. So, this is a championship race, so this is all important here tonight, folks. I'm going to try to break it down for you as best I can. So, let's just start with the points. The top of the leaderboard right now is the 31 machine of Jacob Elisha with 340 points. Second place, Dylan Bryant with 332. Right there, 1 point back is Chris Gomes with 331. So as it stands right now, entering this race, really, those top 3 are the ones who are in contention for the championship, mathematically possible, and very possible for any one of these 3s to win. So tied for 4th place, though, right now is Andy Player at 300 and the 88 of Mike Adamson with 300. Andy gets the tiebreaker right now as it currently stands, but I doubt it's going to come out that way by the end of the night. So that is pretty much how the top 5. I'll talk more about scenarios in a moment, but first let's get to the big item of the evening, and that's going to be the money. So for tonight's winner, the championship winner, that is, P1 will receive $300 cash. P2, $200. P3, $150. And fourth place, $100. And that's for the entire season. These guys have been running hard, earning this opportunity to win some cash on the way out of the season. And we will, for tonight's race and tonight's race only, provide a random draw for any driver that finishes the race. Now, the key is they have to finish and be running on the track. $50. It goes out to a random draw we do after the race. You'll never see that part of it, but you will see who comes out, most likely P1 through 4. So a lot of cash on the line, really rewarding for these guys. They're going to have to go pry it from the hands of the vigilante you see here in this poster. So with that, folks, they should be getting gridded up here, or finishing up qualifying. We're going to go ahead and scoot over to the main view. As we are watching, looks like the number 10 there coming to the pit lane. Qualifying still ongoing right now. Shane Bacher, that number 12 machine, on top of the leaderboard. Let's move around a bit here. See if anybody else is still on the track. Looks like most of them have already qualified. Nope, got Chris Gomes coming in here, one of the championship contenders. See anybody else really out there? We should be about ready to grid up. We got a few more minutes left here. Here we go. All right, that solidifies the grid here, folks. Let's go through it. So P1, great run, John Schneebacher bringing home that number 12 in the top position. Andy Player in second, Jacob Elisha third, Aaron Warren fourth, and Dylan Bryant fifth, Jack Dixon sixth, Chris Gomes in seventh, John McAdam in the eighth position. Ninth is Scott Roney, 10th Kelly Kill, 11th Andrew Cawthon, Greg Klein in 12th position. 13th is Albert Anderson, 14th John Gallagher, 15th Stoney Benfield, 16th Scott Milner. Greg Dobson is in 17th. 18th, Mike Adamson. 19th, Jonathan Osborne. 20th, Anthony Williams. 21st, Dave Mayberry. 22nd, Mike Everidge. 23rd, George Rincon. And 24th, Russ Kilgore. And that rounds out your 24 truck grid here tonight, folks. Good turnout here for the championship event here. Just let me get this fixed up a little bit here on the... I don't know why that's coming in that way. You see them getting gridded up there. You're not missing any action here, folks. We're going to talk a little bit more about this championship and the different opportunities that these guys are going to have here tonight. Bring home that top spot. And as always, if you haven't already, folks, please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. It helps out the drivers. Helps out everything we got going on here, actually. All right, let's jump up here to John Schneebacher as we get ready to go here. Hit me up in the chat, folks. I am broadcasting solo here tonight. Ricky Wittenberg, that is, had some family issues to tend to. We wish him all the best with that. We're going to have one lap here of parade lap, rather, and then we're going to get underway. So I don't know about you, but I am super excited. I'm going to go over these details once we get started. We'll see how the start goes. Then I'll get into the scenarios in which these top three might end up winning this championship tonight. Will somebody be a spoiler? Will one of these three guys win it? Or is someone going to go up there and take away that just the Homestead trophy from them for the championship as we're getting underway here, folks? Flagman will control this start of the race. And we're underway. It's like the 31's looking pretty, looking to the low side already underneath the 12 machine. Good looking start so far. 12 holding on that lead going into the backstretch. Oh, it's up into the wall. We need a little bit hot on cold tires. 12 catches a piece of the wall there. Oh, we got a wreck in the back with Kelly Kill and others. Oh, that's going to be pretty big. We're going to have to go back and take a look at that, folks. Just completed one lap, and we already got a crash. Looks like it's involving Kelly Kill, Greg Klein, and Scott Milner at least. Taking a look here with Kelly Kill. Let's look from the back view. Coming out of turn 4, just gets loose on his cold tires. Oh, plows into the left rear of the 48 machine. Catches a piece of the 19, who also looks like he gets a piece of George Rincon, that 28. Just unfortunate. Cold tires can jump up and bite you at any point. He said no iRacing audio. Let me see what's going on with that, guys. Thanks. You should have. Hey, Rowdy out there. Thanks for the audio tip. Yeah, I see that too. Let me see if I can take a look at this. All right, you should hear the audio now, Rowdy. Let me know if you can. Sometimes audio seems to be the number one technical issue that happens with broadcasting. You get updates in the different software packs, and they don't always talk to each other, and you got to go unwind that. As you see everybody hitting pit lane here, probably going to top off with fuel. They don't have a lot of tires. We're watching Kelly Kill there on pit lane. All right, we're going to jump back into the front. Audio issue should be set now. Jacob Alicia holding on to the lead now. It's like these guys involved the incident here, the 01 and the 19. Damage wasn't too significant, at least on what we saw in the incident, as we're going around here for one lap before we go green here. So for this restart here, coming to lap 6, 31 has control. Jacob Alicia is the leader. So he gets to, once he hits the restart box, he gets to launch first. A little bit of an advantage. Two championship contenders right side by side here. And here he goes, underway. He gets a great launch over the 51 and the 12. 12 sitting there in third place. Making our way into turn 1 and 2. Very clean so far. 6 laps complete. It's good looking trucks here tonight. We'll get a look at the liveries when we go through the field. Get you a look at your favorite driver. We got fans for the 51 out there pulling for him, pulling for the championship and the win most likely. We'll see if they're able to pull that out. Right now, we have Alicia and Bryant, 2 of the championship contenders, out front with Gomes in the number 1 machine back in 6th. So far, so good. So let's talk scenarios for a second, folks. So if Jacob Alicia, I mean, it's going to be a little bit complicated, but I'm going to go through it anyway. If Jacob Alicia finishes 4th or better here tonight, he wins the championship. There's nothing else that Bryant and Gomes can do to topple him from the championship. So if he comes in 4th or better, right now running 1st, so he's doing what he has to do. If he finishes 5th, he only loses the title if Bryant does not win. So if he finishes 5th position and Bryant doesn't win, he comes in 2nd. Then Alicia still takes home the championship. Same thing for Gomes, just 1 position back. So if he finishes 6th, then Gomes just can't win the race, and Gomes and or Bryant. Now, if the 51 machine Bryant, if he wins, he's champion unless Jacob Alicia finishes 4th or better. So, you know, these guys that are chasing Jacob Alicia right now are going to need a little bit of help. But without a win, Bryant needs to Bryant needs Alicia to finish deep in the field. You know, at least we're talking like 9 positions further back than him. And then for Gomes, if he wins the championship, he's champion unless Alicia finishes 5th or better. Same thing, same scenario with Bryant. If he doesn't win the race, he's going to have 9 or 10 positions on Alicia. So Alicia is in the catbird seat, so to speak, at the moment. This is his championship to lose as they run. And with that, we're going to run through the field while we have the opportunity, because we're probably not going to see green flag pit stops until around lap 36. Maybe a little bit more than that, since they had that 1 caution in there. This race tends to go green if it gets spread out just a little bit here. Let's take a quick look at the track map. We're starting to spread already. Not quite to that point yet, but we're right there. We're starting to get spread out. Then it might turn into a green race. So we're going to go through the field right here. First position, Jacob Alicia in that double mint big red machine, doing what he has to do to take home not only the victory here tonight, but also the championship for season 13. Second place, Superman himself, Mr. Dylan Bryant, racing out of Stem, North Carolina. Hot on the heels, but this is not going to be good enough. He's going to have to go out there and win this race and have a little bit of help from Alicia. Alicia's going to have to finish 5th or worse with Bryant winning. Next up, your pole sitter, John Shanebacher, racing with us out of Louisville, Kentucky. Down 2 spots right now, but running really well right there. Expect to see him challenging for the win here tonight. Super fast. Andy Player out of Concord, New Hampshire. Actually, while we're going through the field, we're going to hit our cams too. We have an onboard with Andy Player. Good looking shot right there as he's super focused, running in the 4th position, down 2 spots from where he began so far. But probably and likely taking care of his stuff, which you need to do here with the way this track just eats tires. Next up, Aaron Warren is running 5th, down 1 spot, races with us out of Jasper, Alabama, in that Alabama light machine. Chris Gomes, another championship contender, right there in 6th position, racing out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Chris did win the Vanquish Series championship this fall season, looking to make it 2 for 2. But he's got a little bit of an uphill climb and needs some help from the other guys. Here in 7th position, you got John McAdam in that 47 machine. Don't know if that was his intended paint or not. Maybe I have an update to my trading paints. It didn't happen tonight. Anyway, John's running right there in the 7th position, up 1 spot, just in front of Albert Anderson in the VRN tow call machine 99. Looking sporty here tonight. Albert's up 5 spots already, running in the 8th position. And while we're talking about Albert, we're proud that Albert's company tow call sponsors not only the Vanquish Series, but also this series here tonight, the Premiere Series. This company's tow call, it runs out of Washington, D.C. If you live in that area and you need a tow, jump start, lockout, or a tire change, get in touch with his company via their email, towcallroadside@gmail.com. That's all together, towcallroadside@gmail.com. They'll be out with fast and friendly service, get you on your way. And we thank Albert again for sponsoring both series this season. Also expected to do so in the Season 14 and Season 4 of both of these series. So Albert's running 8th. We're going to drop back here to the next position. 9th is Scott Roney in that Fireball machine 023. Good looking livery on that. I do like that. Shows well under the lights. Running right where he started in 9th. In 10th position, up 12 positions already tonight. Mike Everidge in that 82 machine. I don't know if I mentioned it, but we did have a few drivers who started from the tail end of the field due to penalty. He was not one of them, but I'm going to go ahead and read those. The 29 of Dave Mayberry, the 5 of Anthony Williams, the 81 of Jonathan Osborne, and the 88 of Mike Adamson. All started from the tail end of the field due to penalty out of Auto Club. But Mike was not one of those, having a tremendous run so far up in 10th. We got Mike Adamson with this Phoenix machine. I do like this too. It's kind of the colors of the Florida Seminoles, maybe. That's what it reminds me of, at least. Great looking machine out of Sanford, Florida. Mike is, I mentioned, had a end of the longest line penalty tonight. Already up to 11th, up 7 spots. Got Dave Mayberry in that big, beautiful green machine for Lori. She loves green. We got to make sure we put it out there for her. If you see a message come across the screen during the broadcast, folks, that's her. She could type anything that she wants into a message machine that comes across the screen. So she loves green. Let's hit her up in the chat about that. 13th, another Phoenix machine, another Phoenix crew member, Andrew Cawthon out of Bartow, Florida. Down 2 spots at the moment, trying to rebound, head the right direction. Next up, we have the 123 machine of John Gallagher out of Roseville, California, in that P3 Orion livery. Good looking Navy, it's a Navy aircraft if you're not familiar. He's racing right alongside Stoney Benfield, but I think we went past Russ Kilgore, who's just making the pass at that point. Russ races with us out of Yorkville, Illinois, up 10 spots so far on the night. And we'll jump on with Stoney Benfield. Stoney comes to us from Albemarle, North Carolina. Stoney also hooks us up with an onboard camera as well. Oh, it's not working. Let's take a look and see if we lost him for some reason. There it is. All right, Stoney races with us, like I said, out of North Carolina. Good looking 811 machine going on there in the 75, running in 16th at the moment. Hit up Jack Dixon. You saw Jack was involved in that accident right at the beginning of the race there. And unfortunately, I don't know how much damage he got. The truck looks pretty good at the moment. Maybe he's going to do all right. Jack gives us an onboard. He races with us out of Mitchell, Ontario, Canada. One of 2 Canadian drivers in the field tonight. Truck looks good, looks fast at the moment. Jonathan Osborne, I mentioned, he races with us out of Woodbury, New Jersey, but he started with a penalty tonight in that Daystar machine. But he is headed in the right direction, up 3 spots so far, running in 16th. Also gives us an onboard camera as we're coming to complete 25 laps here tonight out of 133, folks. Now we got the 5 machine. It's a good Weiser machine. Number 5, Anthony Williams. I mentioned he started from the back, running to 20th, right where he started at the moment. Races with us out of Blanchard, Oklahoma. Greg Dawson just got around him there in the 085. Greg is our second Canadian driver here with us tonight. Also, onboard camera. Races out of Newmarket, Ontario, Canada. Very focused. Can almost see his windshield and his eyeglasses there. And then we got Greg Klein, the 92 machine, racing out of Owassa, Oklahoma. Currently down 9 spots where he began. It might have been involved in that earlier incident. I can see some damage to the nose of his truck right there on the right-hand side. So clearly got a little bit of an aero problem. Running 21st. We'll drop back to 22nd. George Rincon. He's up 1 spot from where he began. Truck looks okay. Good looking, good Weiser machine. We'll drop back to Kelly Kill. He definitely has damage in that front end, as you can see right there. Don't know if that maybe was from the first incident, the first caution we had as we're completing 27 laps, folks. Kelly gives us an onboard as well. 3-screen monitor setup with an info screen above. Looking good. We're going to jump back to the front. Now that we've gone through the field, folks, you didn't miss much except for Dylan Bryant took over the lead from Jacob Alicia. Doing what he has to do. But he's going to need Alicia to finish about 3 or 4 more spots back for him to bring home the championship here tonight. All right. Oh, you see Kelly Kill coming off. He just wants to get out of the way of those guys. All right, folks, we appreciate you tuning in. We see 22 of you out there. If you haven't already, please make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. Helps these guys out tremendously. You're riding on board there with the number 13 of Andy Player moment in that McConey setup shop machine. Running in 3rd right now. As you see your pole sitter starting to drop just a little bit. John Schabacher is back to 5th position now. With Chris Goins making his way up from 6th to 4th. Your 3rd championship contender. Running that high line, in fact. Getting tremendous runs off the wall. Now, you can run up here against the wall. In fact, you see people like Larson in real life, they run up there and find tremendous speed. But there's a risk versus reward in that. As your tires start to give up lap by lap, you may end up, and many people likely do, stepping across the cushion, so to speak, and that wall will grab you. And next thing you know, you got wheel damage and you're kind of out of the race. So you really got to be comfortable with what you're doing and uber aware at all times how your truck is, your tires especially, are starting to degrade lap by lap, so you can stay ahead of the curve, so to speak. "31 laps complete." Should be a 5 laps or so before we have green flag pit stops. That should be fun. See how things get jumbled up. Last week we had a few drivers, a few contenders in fact, have penalties trying to maximize their entry on the pit lane and end up getting a 40-second penalty, which took them out of contention to win the race. Let's run through the chat a little bit here while we're watching these guys race. Got Joe Canellis out there saying hello to Lori. Time to crown a champion. Thanks, Joe. Good to hear from you. Castro out there saying let's go to 51, pulling for the 51 machine of Dylan Bryant. Lori's going back and forth with these guys. Got T. Brown out there. Bring home the victory tonight. Edith Anderson, the Anderson clan. Hello, VRL. Team 99 in the house. Pulling for Albert Anderson. Got Herpa Tropson. I'm not sure who that is. I'm sure we know this person. Says, sucks not being on the track, but I got to nurse this knee back to health. Good luck, everyone. Might be Trevor. That's what I'm thinking. Robert Robson. Yeah, Lori's talking to him, saying sorry to hear about his knee. Kathy A in there saying good evening, everyone. Hello, Lori. Let's go, Albert. Tim McAdam pulling for the 47 machine out there. Saying hello to everyone. Have some good luck tonight. T-Brass says looks forward to hearing about the paint job on the 47. So I'm assuming that's John McAdam. I don't know why. He's the only one that can pop up tonight. So I'm thinking maybe the issue's on his end, not mine. All right, folks, let's see if we can find you some battles to watch, as we should be seeing some green flag pit stops here in a few laps. A bit of close action here. Everybody might be kind of lining up, getting ready for these pit stops, though. 31's going in. You just heard it announced. Jacob Alicia has fallen to third position with both of his rivals for the championship in front of him. Calling out he's going to hit pit lane this time. And he does. He's not the only one. John Shanebuckler, Aaron Warren also following him down. So lap 37. But you got others like Chris Gomes has just taken over the lead, or trying to take over the lead here from Dylan Bryant before they go to the pit stops here. This is a run for the lead. And he's completed it. Now the 51 is in second position. They're going around yet again. Doing a good job on their fuel mileage. Don't know that the 31 didn't. His decision to go in here maybe based on strategy rather than fuel mileage. Tremendous. Gones is going in this time.
Twenty-nine in.
Dylan Bryant's going to follow him in. So we're going to see what the difference is as Jacob Alicia makes his way around. If he's able to reassume the lead, he probably will be, because he'll be faster on those new tires. But he's also going to have 2 lap older tires now than these two guys.
023 is going to pit. 023 will pit.
Got Dylan Bryant
13 in.
on pit lane. Jack Dixon, Mike Adamson, Dave Mayberry, Stoney Benfield, Russ Kilgore, John McAdam, Kelly Kill, and Scott Milner. I think Scott may be out of the race, though. I don't know if he's just sitting there. I think I've seen him there for a while. Now we got Andy Player coming onto the lane. And others. The 81 machine. Greg Dobson has assumed the lead. Tim McAdam out there saying, hey, what's going on there? Green and brown, no idea. Or orange. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe his paint didn't load tonight. Man, Greg Dobson, let's see. Did he hit pit lane? He did at lap 3. So did George Rincon. So that's why both those guys were towards the back, trying to get off strategy. See George here, racing out of Cumming, Georgia. Now he's coming in. Greg stays out one more time.
085 in this time.
And you hear the 085 calling out that he is headed to pit lane the next time around. And that will hand the lead back over to Jacob Alicia. The 31 machine. And looking at the scoring pylon here, looks like most everyone has made their way in. Greg Dobson is the one on pit lane right now. Just hitting his pit box, or actually coming out of it. Let's see what the delta is here. Championship leader Jacob Alicia right now has a 3-second advantage, but closing a little bit. With Dylan Bryant here, Superman throwing his cape out, looking to track down Jacob Alicia. He's being followed by Chris Gomes, who is just behind him. Looks like about 0.8, 0.9 seconds interval between third and second. Got Edith Anderson out there saying she loves the 99's new look. Now, while we're talking about it, Edith, let's go take another gander at that. 99 machine was looking good tonight. This was his design. We got together, told me what he wanted, and we kind of worked on this and made it come out the way it did. Appreciate him sporting the VRN logo there and supporting the channel and also his company as well. Tow Call. It's a good looking truck. So let's go from the back to the front now, folks. We're going to start off with George Rincon here running in 22nd position. Up one spot actually from where he began the night. He's closely following Aaron Warren out of Jasper, Alabama. Aaron is actually not with him on the same lap, so let's go with positions here. There we go. Different button. Next position would be Greg Klein, running 21st in that 92 machine. Then John McAdam in the, I'm not sure what color I wanted tonight machine. Actually, this is pretty basic colors. This helps you design your truck scheme, actually. Looks like that the overlay just didn't take. We got Greg Dobson to 085, running in the 19th position. I'm going to jump back up front in a minute, folks, and take a look at this battle because Dylan Bryant is tracking down Jacob Alicia. So the 5 machine Anthony Williams running in 18th. Stoney Benfield running 17th. Jonathan Osborne up 3 spots, running 16th. Jack Dixon, 15th. Albert Anderson again, running in the 14th position right now. Making a pass trying to make a pass here on the 123 of John Gallagher. And they're both, getting around the 2 machine there and the 29. Dave Mayberry, looks like maybe he got a little loose. I do like the metallic green going on there. Dave's running 12th. This is a pretty good little battle here. Bike average might have older tires. Let me take a look. Yeah, significantly older. He was in on lap 26. These guys went on 38. Mayberry's on lap 38, so he really has good tires. The other guys, 31 and 39. Albert Anderson's going to the front right now. Got the 88 up 9 positions from where he started tonight. Mike Adamson running 9th. 8th position, Scott Roney. We have an onboard with Scott too. Nothing's changed at the front. Actually, it's kind of stabilized, folks, around 1 second. Here's Scott sporting his red motif here tonight. And also show you, Scott gave us an additional camera overhead so you can see what he sees on his screen. Pretty cool look. Switch to the far shot there. You got a live shot down there on the bottom left. See, Scott's up 1 spot, holding down that 8th position right now. Andrew Cawthon running in 7th, up 4 spots where he began the night. '22 machine of Aaron Warren running in 6th. Andy Player running 5th. John Shanebacher in the 4th position, your pole sitter. Having a good run here tonight. And your top 3 here, Chris Goins, 3rd. Dylan Bryant just in front of him in 2nd. And Jacob Alicia. We're going to go back here and take a look off of the rear deck of the number 1 machine. You can see he has Dylan Bryant just in front of him and going in turn 1 right now, the number 31 machine of Alicia. 53 laps complete so far, folks. We are quite spread out at the moment. Take a look at this track map. We are all over the track. The cars a lap down at the moment are George Rincon and Kelly Keel. Scott Milner's out of the race. He's still in pit lane, but must have had too much damage. Got both Chris Goins and Dylan Bryant were last on pit lane at lap 38, while your current leader, Jacob Alicia, was on pit lane at lap 36. We'll see if that makes a difference towards the end of this run. Just doing the quick math, we should around lap 72 should be the next pit stops we see. It's probably the earliest. Jacob Alicia was in at 36, so around 72, maybe a little bit further along for some of the drivers like we saw in the previous round of pit stops. We're going to see more action on pit lane. This is one of those strategy races. It's going to come down to fuel mileage, execution, and speed. Don't think there's going to be a lot of carnage here tonight in this wrecking in this championship event. Everyone wants to put their best foot forward. They don't want to impact the outcome of this race through a bunch of wrecks or anything. Larry Dickerson out there in the chat saying long time no see. Hello, Larry. Thanks for tuning in. Got to run through some of the more exciting portions, see who's racing out here. Scott Roney, the 10 machine. And looks like Aaron Warren pretty tightly packed here. See Cawthon up underneath Aaron Warren. Aaron gets a little piece of the wall there. Like he's going to be okay. Just kind of taps a little bit. Take a look at the tires here. Aaron was last on pit lane at 36. Roney was at 39, so significantly better tires. And then Cawthon, lap 37. So when you see this kind of action, you see somebody just blow past someone else. Many times it's due to just one or two laps difference on the tires. It just depends on when those guys hit pit lane. And that depends on who can save the most fuel. And so all big strategy going on here. How do you get to the end of the race with the best tires, the most fuel, the fastest? And sometimes it seems straightforward, but it is not always the case. Take a quick ride on board here with Dave Mayberry in that 29 machine. Dave races with us out of Tucson, Arizona. Right now, holding down 13th, up 8 spots where he began the night. Like right now, he's trying to track down Jack Dixon here for the 12th position. Just in front of him is Russ Kilgore. The tires on these guys are all equal. Lap 38, they were all on pit lane. Jump up here to this battle between Albert Anderson and Mike Adamson. Albert's got a little bit fresher tires on him. Looking to take that tow call machine around Phoenix. Maybe do a slide job. Not quite clear this time. Sounds like Adamson knows that the 99's faster. He doesn't want to slow himself down. So they're kind of working this together. Maybe they can get up there and challenge Aaron Warren for the 8th position. Here we go. Chris Goins up here challenging for 2nd right now. These guys are both a 2.5 behind your championship leader, Jacob Elisha. Here we go. Making a play for the bottom. Dylan's going to hold him down, hope not let him track out. It's a game of inches here, folks. These guys are super respectful of each other. All these drivers here in Vigilante Racing League always strive for that. These are some of the best right here. Like the one may have this coming out of the corner. And he's going to fight back on the inside, that being the 51. And Goins is going to have to maintain position on the outside and carry that momentum out of the corner if he's going to hope to clear and take this position and go after your leader. But you want to get tremendous run on the bottom. But then the momentum shifts as they come out of pit lane, out of the corner. And now it's like one has secured that position in 2nd. And the one machine is, like I mentioned, about a 2.5 behind your leader. But he does have 2 lap fresher tires. Question is, did he have to burn them up to get around Mr. Bryant?
Thank you.
Number one's making his way around the 92 machine. It's kind of settled in for the moment, folks. Back here and see. I think this battle might be over. I think Dave Mayberry may have just completed this pass over Russ Kilgore. That 2 machine, Seahawks machine. I'm sure Russ is super excited having his Seahawks win the Super Bowl this year. All right, folks, as I mentioned, this is the last race of the season. And this is what's up for grabs here tonight. Over $800 in prize money. For the champion, he gets $300. The second place in the championship, $200. Third place, $150. Fourth place, $100. And then Lori's feeling generous tonight. She's throwing out a $50 bill here as a random draw at the end of the race for all the drivers who complete the event. So, tremendous amount of work goes into these seasons, and she likes to pay out at the end here. But they're going to have to pry it from the Vigilantes' cold hands here if they want it. And right now, we have a dogfight between all your championship leaders up front. Watching this fight at the moment, looks like that the 2 machine, Russ Kilgore, may have an opportunity to get around Jack Dixon. You see Dave kind of drove away there. Dave has a little bit fresher tires than both these guys. Actually, he's on the same tires as Jack Dixon. So we got a little battle here between John Gallagher and Anthony Williams, 5 and the 123 respectively. Hey, Larry, for this season, it's straight points, buddy. But your top in points right now, your first place is Jacob Alicia. Second place is Chris Gones. Dylan Bryant's in second place, and Chris Gones is in third. See the 123 get a lot of momentum coming off the corner there. Don't think it's going to be enough to get back to the 5, though. Little battle brewing here between Scott Roney and that number 10 machine of Andrew Cawthon. Roney may have just made this pass, though, because he is on fresher tires. Also, Lori just put up there, champ gets trophy as well. Indeed, they do. Nice trophies, too. Oh, Albert Anderson went down by the wall there. I don't know what that was. We're going to take a look, though. Looks like one of those deals where you get loose out of the corner. So you got him racing along here with the 88 machine. This can happen from time to time. It looks like he gets loose out of turn 4. This is what I would expect if I saw him down by that wall. Oh, he gets a piece of the turn. Able to hold it steady, reel it back in. Doesn't look any worse for the wear as long as he doesn't have any wheel damage. Should be okay. Run along there in the 9th position right now. Having a good run here tonight in the top 10. So we said lap 72 should be about the time we're going to see these guys begin to hit pit lane. Jacob Alicia right on the money. Giving up the lead to take that a little bit of advantage for a lap or two on fresher tires. He was able to maintain the lead through that portion of the race. As you see Chris Gones come around, put him a lap down momentarily. Now the question is, when will Chris Gones and Dylan Bryant hit pit lane? You hear John Shanebacher are going to go hit pit lane. Looks like this time Chris Gones is choosing not to wait and give up that real estate to the number 31 machine. I would agree with that. Dylan Bryant does go around again. Going to get fresh Sunoco fuel filled up and fresh tires. A lot of people in pit lane right now. Shanebacher, Dobson, Benfield, Klein. Jump back around. Dylan Bryant does have the lead. That 51 machine choosing to go around yet again. So he went 2 laps longer than the 31 did last time. And he's going to do it again at least 2 laps longer. So 29 hitting pit lane. And Dylan Bryant's coming in this time.
2. 23 is pitting. 23 is pitting.
Scott Roney's going to hit pit lane. It's 51. This guy's keeping it clean and green here tonight. Lori's going to give me a hard time for that one. Scott Roney. Superman bolting on some new tires here, getting filled up with fuel. Looking to bring home the victory tonight. Now, these guys, man, they are just on top of each other, not giving any breathing room. So, if it finishes like it is, and the top 3 guys in points finish in the top 3, this championship's going to go to Jacob Alicia. Jump back out here with Albert Anderson, who's taking over the lead at the moment. That 99 tow call machine. Who's last on pit lane at lap 39? He should have to go in here shortly. Can imagine he can go much longer on that fuel tank. Looks like he's getting set to go on pit lane right now. Gets down to pit lane speed. I think it was 55. Call for sure. And that's going to hand over the lead back to Jacob Alicia as he crosses the start-finish line at that very moment. Let's see this time. He's out to a pretty good lead, 3.5 seconds over Chris Gomes. Dylan Bryant, another 2.3 seconds behind him. Right now, he doesn't really have Alicia in his sights. It's going to be up here in the middle of turn 1 and 2, so it's a pretty good distance. Over 3 seconds. He is cutting it down, though. It was at 3.5, now it's 3.4. We do have an onboard with Jacob tonight. Shot of him in his rig here. Like using a G920 Logitech. I started on that great equipment, especially for your entry level. Get you in here, get the force feedback, all the things that you need to get started. Right now, he's doing a great job. Looking to bring home his first championship in any VRL series.
Thank you, sir.
Taking a look through the field here. It's like George Rincon may be out of the race. Take a look. I see him on track. I don't know why this telemetry is telling me he's out. So he's coming back on. So there we go. It looks like that's going to complete this round of pit stops, folks. We are 80 laps into 133 here. George running right now in the 21st position. As you see the leader go past him right there on the outside. Really spread out now. If you're looking around for a battle to show you, no one's within half a second of each other. I'm gonna give you a look at the track map, kind of show you what I'm talking about. We are all over this track, folks. It's kind of how this place plays out, though. Like I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, Homestead's kind of that perfect arena for crowning a champion. It's a 1.5 mile progressively banked oval where tire wear is brutal. And that wall can jump out and grab you at a moment. It's a weapon. Fastest line is out there near the wall. At least a lot of people will tell you that, and I think it's true. It's just risk versus reward, like I mentioned earlier. It is going to reward bravery, rhythm, and long-run discipline. that's what we're seeing here tonight. Checking out Scott Roney in the 8th position. Russ Kilgore here running 12th, up 12 spots. Good run for him. Having starting at 24th, they started basically last. I don't know if maybe he missed qualifying, but he's fast here at Homestead. Oh, see the sparks coming off. These guys are getting so razor close to that wall. Sometimes there is no margin whatsoever. It's like he's trying to get around Dave Mayberry here at the moment, a 29 machine. Russ does have 1 lap fresher tires than Dave does. .123, the lap truck there in front of those guys, John Gallagher. Vastly different lines here. You can see how these guys can run pretty much wherever they think they're the fastest. You know, you run the bottom shortest way around the track. But you kind of feel like, oh man, I'm making progress down here. And then that high line comes into play with the momentum on the outside, and that guy goes right around you. As you saw Russ Kilgore get around Dave Mayberry there. And the 123. Like I said, that's not for position, though. I'm going to go back up here to the front. We're going to run through the field quickly and into a crank it up segment for you. Guys are doing a great job here, keeping it clean and green. Jacob Alicia is your first position leader at the moment. It is shrinking. He's down to 2.2 seconds over second place, Chris Gomes. See Chris here running in second position, up 5 spots from where he began the race. Looking to find a way to take control of this race and hope for some help from his 2 contenders. Dylan Bryant is back 6 seconds of the leader, 6.4 seconds, running third. Andy Player of Concord, New Hampshire, running in that 4th position. Down 2 spots. He started in second tonight. Still having a good run. Your pole sitter, John Shanebachler out of Louisville, Kentucky, running in 5th. Sixth position, Andrew Cawthon, up 5 spots from where he began.
On bottom, Albert, I'll give it to you. 10-4, thank you, bud.
Yeah, Scott Roney, Salt Lake City, Utah zone. He's up 2 spots, running in the 7th position here. Looking forward to his first victory. That's going to be a lively victory lane when that happens, folks. And I think it's going to happen soon.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Next up, we have Aaron Warren in the 8th position. Mike Adamson's running in 9th out of Sanford, Florida. Up 9 spots so far. And Jack Dixon, that 48 machine. Jack is in 10th at the moment, down 4 spots from where he began the night. having a good run, looking to push it in the right direction. He was caught up in that first incident of the night. I really think he's been trying to recover since. Don't know if he's still carrying some damage. There are no fast repairs in this series. You got Albert Anderson racing out of Washington, D.C., closely followed there by Russ Kilgore, that number 2 machine. I think Albert just made that pass, perhaps, because he does have 2 lap fresher tires than Russ Kilgore here running in the 12th position. Albert was in 11th, up 2 spots, and Russ is in 12th, up 12 spots so far for the night. This is the closest battle right now on the track, but like I said, I think Albert just made that pass. Now we got the 29 machine of Dave Mayberry. See, Dave is up 8 positions, running in 13th. You can see how he's got his rig set up to just envelop him, trying to maximize the immersion factor. Jonathan Osborne, the 81 machine. Jonathan's up 5 spots from where he began. He started the night 19th, running 14th at the moment. I think maybe he had a little bit of trouble in qualifying. This place is it's a kind of fickle. You know, you got a fast line figured out, but then suddenly something jumps up and you get a little loose in the corner. You don't qualify where you should, then you're battling all night to get back up there. You see him scraping the wall just a bit there. Jonathan has a never say die attitude. He'll keep it out there in the wind. You'll figure this out. You got John McAdam, 15th position. And 16th, Mr. Greg Dobson, the 085 machine. Stoney Benfield in the 75. Stoney races with us out of Albemarle, North Carolina. Down 2 spots. He started 15th, running 17th at the moment. Actually known as the faster pasture in iRacing. Not sure, entirely sure. I think he is maybe a pastor in real life. Never actually asked him, but that's probably part of it. Really running that high line there, that 811.org machine. Super close. Let's see Taylor Provax jump into the chat there saying, great night for VRL Racing. Indeed, thanks Taylor, and saying hello to me and Ricky. Ricky's out tonight, Taylor. I got some sickness in the family he's dealing with. Wish him and his own all the best. Next up, the 82 of Mike Everidge out of Melbourne, Kentucky, running in the 18th position. Very patriotic scheme. I like it. Anytime you put eagles and flags on a truck, I'm always for that. Even got kind of texture to that eagle on the hood there. Anthony Williams out of Blanchard, Oklahoma. He's up 1 spot so far, running 19th. And Greg Klein out of Owasso, Oklahoma, running in 20th. Oh, looks like we got one of your championship leaders, Chris Gomes, on pit lane right now. At lap 99, looking to undercut everybody and see if he can make this work for him. Kyle Vaught out there in the chat saying vroom vroom. Indeed, Kyle's out on injured reserve right now. Hopefully he'll be back soon. Will this drag in Jacob Alicia? Does not this time. It goes around again. Dylan Bryant stays out as well. Jacob trying to make his way around lap traffic here. 51 is going in. We'll see if 31 goes in. Oh, gets a little bit slidey coming off the high side there, or off the track rather. 51 is right in just behind him. I can't imagine either one of these guys wouldn't take 4 tires. See Jacob taking the right sides right there. And the 51. Yep, 4 tires for Jacob. Same thing for the 51. Kyle's in the chat saying he'll be back next week. Been gone for too long. Indeed, son. All right, so how is this going to work out? Chris Goins is still behind Alicia. It's a little bit surprising. Maybe Chris had some issues with lap traffic, but he's still behind the 31 machine. I did not expect that. He was a little ways back. Now there's going to be 1 lap difference on these tires between the 1 and the 31. Advantage to the 31. It's going to be tough. Starting to hear other drivers go in. John Shanebachler, Greg Klein, and others. We're going to stay here with the lead. So Chris is going to have to strike now. He can't wait till the end of the run. I think he's going to have such a disadvantage on those tires. If he can go up here and apply some pressure. Fine line between doing this and then burning up your rubber.
29, 29.
Dave Mayberry on pit lane. Your leader, actually, at the moment is Aaron Warren. He's not made a pit stop yet. Jack Dixon is in second, and Albert Anderson's third. And Russ Kilgore's fourth. Now, the thing that could throw a wrinkle in everybody's plan tonight is a caution during this round of green flag pit stops. Jack Dixon heads down pit lane. Sounds like Aaron Warren, your leader, is going to hit pit lane. We're watching second place right now, Albert Anderson. See if he goes on pit lane here. 10 machine's got fresher rubber. 99's up high. I don't know that he's going to go. He might have to dive it in if he is. Not going this time. While we have a chance, let's talk about tow call. We can get the right button up here, folks. There we go. Tow Call proudly sponsors the Premiere and the Vanquish Series. So if you live in the Washington, D.C. metro area and you find out you need a tow, jump start, lockout, or a tire change, get in touch with Tow Call via their email, towcallroadside@gmail.com. That's all together, towcallroadside@gmail.com. And they'll be out with fast and friendly service to help you out. We thank Tow Call for sponsoring both of the Vigilante Racing League series. So Albert's holding on to the lead at the moment. He's going to have to pit soon. Russ Kilgore is in second. See him being passed by the 29. That's not for position. That's Dave Mayberry on fresher tires, but a lap down.
81 fitting.
And once your first and second place drivers, Albert Anderson and Russ Kilgore, hit pit lane, that will turn the lead back over to Jacob Alicia.
Take the bottom here, Dave.
Thank you, Albert.
Yeah, well,
Chris Goins is about 2 seconds behind Alicia here. I just don't know if this is going to work out the way this race has played out. I don't see Alicia giving up this championship here tonight. The gap's getting bigger as Alicia does have fresher tires on that truck. Edith Anderson out there pulling 499. Let's go. Indeed. Oh, you see, that's not going to help. Chris gets to the wall just a bit. That's that risk versus reward I talked about. It's fast on that high line, but when you step across it, that wall will grab you. All right, folks, we're going to do Crank It Up segment here in a moment. So if you want to hear what it sounds like in these virtual trucks, most of these drivers do run with their speakers wide open for the maximum immersion they can possibly get. Go ahead and crank up your headset, your computer speakers, or your television. And we will be right back.
take the bottom here, Chris.
Stay up high, John. Hi, buddy. You got it. What do you want me, John?
99.
Take it high.
9.
Okay.
No worries.
folks, we are back from the Crank It Up. Hope you enjoyed that. We like to get loud here in VRL as much as we can. You're looking at this battle here between Jack Dixon and the number 88 machine of Mike Adamson. "16 laps to go before we crown a champion here tonight." Alicia is out by nearly 4 seconds. Really putting on a show here tonight, folks. You see this pass happening here between 48, maybe happening. Let's see if the 48 gets a run off the high side. Gets a tremendous run. He's going to go. 48 touches the outside wall. Kind of cuts the wind off the 88, who goes back to the high side and hits the wall himself. 5 machine here of Anthony Williams is not in the fight here for this position. He's running in 18th. We're looking here at the battle for 7th between Jack Dixon. No, I keep saying Scott's part. Mike Adamson there in 8th. Jump back up to the front here and take a check on your leader. Both for the race and the championship, the 31 machine, Jacob Alicia. Driving hard to take home that $300 here tonight. So here in the Vigilante Racing League, these guys race for pride, for points, for trophies, and hard cash. And this man right here is just 13 laps away from taking home $300 for winning the championship this season. P2 in the championship will take home $200. P3, $150. P4, $100. And then Lori's also going to do a random draw off camera here for any driver to win $50 randomly who finishes the race. So a lot of great money on the line here tonight. Bragging rights, trophies, you name it. Right now, Jacob Alicia has this well in hand as he crosses the stripe for 12 to go. He's about 4 seconds up on the number 1 machine of Chris Gomes, but now has kind of cut down just a little bit, not much. It's a seesaw battle between that and traffic, most likely. You see the number 1 machine mired about 3 or 4 trucks back there between him and the number 1. Now, even if Chris Gomes was to go up here and take away the win, he would not take home the championship. As you see a truck into the wall there. It's like the 81. Oh, and the number 1. Maybe got a little arrow tight behind the 81 there. See these guys, 81's up on the wall again. So as I mentioned, even if Chris goes up and takes the win here in 10 laps, he would not win the championship because it's just out of reach with Alicia. He'd have to finish in first place, and Alicia would have to finish 5th or worse. Now, doesn't mean we not have a late caution. We see these guys bouncing off the wall here, and that can change everything. There is an opportunity for 1 green-white checker in this series. Only 1 chance. See people keep scraping that wall, so it just takes 1 little misstep. And we might have ourselves a last lap battle for the win and the championship. You know, if I'm sitting in Alicia's spot right now, I am just waiting for that white flag. So, folks, we don't take a break here in the Vigilante Premiere Series. Next week, we're going to Daytona. We're going to follow in our seasons the in real life NASCAR schedule. And so we're going to see the Daytona 500 on Sunday, and Vigilante Premiere is going to race it on Wednesday. Make sure you tune in at 8:50 Eastern Standard Time and don't miss any of the racing action. Super Speedway Racing. 9 laps to go. We see these people just bouncing off the walls back here. See Mike Adamson and others. Mike's running that high line as well. He's trying to make a run at Aaron Warren here. Aaron's got a lot of fresher tires. He wouldn't on lap 105 if he had tires left. Mike was on pit lane at 99. 8 laps to go. It's pretty much the closest trucks on the track right here that we're looking at the moment. Five machine here. This is not for position either. We'll jump back up here at second position, take a look at what he sees. There's not much in front of him. Kind of in this own pocket of his own as you look off of the back, off the gearbox of that number 1 machine.
Come up high, if you don't mind.
Not a problem.
He's not gone as full to.
5 laps to go, folks. You see Alicia pulling out to over 4.3 seconds on his lead. The one just keeps kind of kissing that wall. You know he's pushing it. A lot of guys really putting that stripe on there. They should have a Homestead stripe kind of like they do Darlington, because we sure do use up that wall and scrape the paint off of it. Jump back up here and take a check on your leader. Well, Jacob getting it done here tonight. And that Wrigley Gun Big Red machine doing a great job managing his tires, taking care of his truck, staying out of trouble. Staying out front is the best place to stay out of trouble. Has had the fortune of no cautions really since that one and only we had like on lap 1 just as we crossed the start finish line to start lap 2. And Jacobs worked the tire strategy, undercut, overcut. And right now he's coming out on top, pushing 5-second lead on the field.
Go ahead, buddy. You're faster.
Three laps to go. And folks, if you're out there and you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Support your favorite drivers, support the channel. We do appreciate you tuning in with us tonight. We are live here every Wednesday and Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern for the Premiere Series on Wednesday nights and the Vanquish on Fridays. And don't forget to hit that notification bell because we have special events. We do race road courses, sports car primarily. Special events like the iRacing Daytona 24, Petite Le Mans, Spa, and others. So if you hit that notification bell, you'll catch all those special events when they go live. And as we're coming around for the white flag right now, 1 lap to go for Jacob Alicia. Next flag will end it. He's going out in the way that you want to, folks, whenever you do this. And that is win the race, win the championship in the same event. Leave nothing to chance. Coming around turns 3 and 4 for the last time. Jacob Alicia is your season 13 champion. Great job by him. What a run tonight. We're going to get interviews with him
Win, Jacob, the championship.
in just a moment as we watch him to see if he does some burnouts for us. But great job by Jacob Elisha bringing it home. Top step of the podium in both the race and the championship by 5 seconds nearly. Tremendous job showing his talent and taking care of his machine, his tires, keeping his cool and executing. I'm going to take a quick check on your results here as they pop up on the screen here for you.
Good finish for you, man.
First place, Jacob Elisha. Chris Gomes, second. Dylan Bryant, third. Andy Player, fourth. John Shanebachler, fifth. Jack Dixon, sixth. Scott Roney, seventh. Aaron Warren, eighth. Mike Adamson, ninth. Andrew Cawthon in 10th. 11th, Dave Mayberry. 12th, John McAdam. Russ Kilgore, 13th. America's driver, Albert Anderson, 14th. 15th, Jonathan Osborne. 16th, Tony Benfield. 17th, Mike Everidge. Anthony Williams in 18th. 19th, Greg Dobson. 20th position, Greg Klein. George Rincon, 21st. 22nd, John Gallagher. Kelly Kill, 23rd. 24th, Scott Milner. That is your race results here for tonight. Your champion and your race winner, Jacob Elisha, there in the 31 machine. We're going to get set to do an interview with him in just a moment. Let me get him up into the waiting room. And we do have him. So let's go ahead and go right into that right now, folks. Don't go anywhere as I'm pulling him in. What a great job by Jacob here tonight. Hey, Jacob, it's down in the booth, buddy. You got me.
Hey, Alan, I got you.
Hey, man, great job bringing it home, the championship and the win here tonight. What was key for you?
I came in with the right mindset, Alan. I came in feeling fierce, like a predator, and I came in willing to explode those tires if it meant getting another half of a tenth out of them. I was really, really aggressive in the early parts of the race, and I think it kind of ruined my long-term pace, but I really evened things out there in the second half, and just did a really good job out there, man.
Yeah, you did a great job. It was kind of a seesaw battle, but who was going to go in, win, undercut, overcut, managing tires, traffic. All the elements came into play, and it really made that important considering there was only one caution literally at the start of the second lap and nothing beyond that. So tremendous job, man. Before we get into it, you've won some money here tonight. I don't know if you were tracking, but you just won $300 for being the season 13 champion. Were you tracking that?
I saw that come into the Discord just before the race started, and was waiting on Lori to make that announcement. I'm really excited, man. What an awesome league. Can't wait to pay back into that for next season.
Yeah, man, $300 for cash for winning the top step of the championship. A great trophy is going to be in the mail momentarily, and we're looking forward to season 14. We give you no break. Go right into it for Daytona starting next Wednesday. How you feeling about that?
Well, I'm red hot right now, man, so I don't want to stop, so I love it.
Nah, for sure. It's one of those leagues, man, we just don't let you take a breath. But a great job. First championship in the Vigilante Racing League in either series. Feels pretty good, I would imagine. But before I let you go, do you got any shout-outs for teams, fans, or family?
Man, I got a lot of shout-outs today. First off, shout-out to you and Lori for running such an awesome league. It's always so professional and so friendly. A shout out to every single driver in this league. The friendly level of competition has just been really awesome, and the level of clean driving has been really wonderful too. Big thanks to Tow Call, our series sponsor, for making this not only possible, but man, for putting such an awesome prize out on the table for us. So really big thanks to those guys. Big thanks to Aaron and to John for keeping me cool in the call all season, really. Big shout out to the guys in my chat, especially Noah, helping me keep the strategy in line. And big shout out to Mom at home. I'm sure she's watching.
Yeah, man, it's incredible. I mean, it's always great to have people tuning in and cheering you on, but you're the one under the virtual helmet having to keep everything cool and collected. You executed when it mattered the most. You've been really great all season. You could not slip tonight, though. You came in here really, all three top drivers had a legitimate chance at winning this thing. So great job, man. We congratulate you one more time. Before we get you out of here, let you party a little bit. Maybe get a little bit of champagne spray on you, whatever you do for your victory. And then, hey, man, we'll get some hardware out to you really quick. And that cold hard cash will be coming before you even hit the pillow. So great job, man. Have a great night. And we look forward to seeing you at Daytona next week.
All right, I look forward to it. Thanks, Alan.
Yeah, man. All right, folks, that was your championship winner, Mr. Jacob Elisha, there in the 31 machine, bringing home the victory and the championship here at Miami Homestead. What a great season, folks. 13 rounds in the fall season as we get set to go racing at Daytona next week as the real life series begins. We also begin, and we follow that series religiously to the T as into what tracks we race on. So make sure that you tune in next week at 8:45, 8:50 Eastern so you don't miss out on any of the action. And with that, folks, we round out and officially close the books on season 13 and look forward to season 14. Incredibly, we've been doing this for 14 seasons, over 5.5 years. We owe much of the success to this series to my wife, Lori, for everything she does for the drivers, for making this competitive and fun. She's the one doling out the cash, by the way. So yeah, what a great job by her. We couldn't do it and would not want to do this without her. But hey, with that, folks, we are going to close it out here tonight. Until next time, race fans, remember, stay sharp, stay fast, and above all else, stay vigilante, and we'll see you next time.
This ain't your mama's racing stream.